Hi, this is Donyale here from Inspirational Minutes with Donyale. Today's segment again is called Inspirational Minutes with Donyale. I want to welcome you and to know more about me. For those of you here the first time, I want to say welcome. And to learn more about me, feel free to visit the site. I believe in that, and I always say that. No matter who I'm talking to, no matter what organization I'm buying from, group, whatever it is, I like to go to the home site. I like to know the intention or the mission or the why. I think that helps for the people that speak into your life, so I invite you to do the same with me. My site, my village, is helpingbuildbridgesacross.com, and you can learn more about me, of course, under the About, and also to give you more meat of why I do what I do. You can find that under Living in My Truth. So welcome, and for those of you who are returning back, thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of the team, a part of the village, a part of the community. We are all in this together, and just connecting here doesn't mean that you don't do many other things. It just means that you come, take your time, and you kind of come into my garden and help me to continue to plant seeds of gratitude, and for that I'm very grateful. So, Inspirational Minutes with Donyale is just that. It's taking a quote or taking something that I came across that really touched me, and then just wanted to share a little bit of my insight on it. And here I do not provide answers. I share a perspective. So my goal, my intent, a part of what we do here is that you can find something that can benefit you. And maybe, you have your own words or thoughts on it. And if you do, share that. When I put these out, I put them everywhere. And on the YouTube channel here, feel free to subscribe. Become involved in planning on this side. This is your thing. I try to give something for everybody. We're all different. I have a podcast where most people like to listen. I have the YouTube where some people want to watch and listen. And then, of course, in the social media village, a lot of commenting and sharing and replying back and direct messages. You guys are awesome. It's been really nice to get to know a lot of you, and for that I'm very grateful. All right, so today's topic is our quote that I found, and I wrote it down to make sure that I said it accurately because I thought it was really good. Before you say something, it's simple. Consider how you'd feel if someone told you the same thing. Before you say something, it's simple. Consider how you'd feel if someone told you the same thing. Sometimes in our journey, we're dealing with so many things that we're building, supporting, raising children, or being supportive of our grandchildren, or working a job, or having a business, or looking for employment. We're living in different times, so everybody's situation is a little bit different. I'm not going in that direction. I'm saying that for a reason, that sometimes when we're working in very heavy areas, that when we're just kind of inundated with so many different things and news cycles and people's opinions and friends and family's opinions and so many thoughts of our own, that we can kind of get overwhelmed and we can miss the most simplest thing. But I think when we start living in our accountability, I think that's a big one, because in accountability we then become accountable for what we say. We become accountable for what we do. And it doesn't matter how many people we travel with. I don't know about you, but when I was thinking of this topic, I was thinking about many times when you're talking to someone, you're talking to someone else. What do you mean by that, Donyale? Well, there are times, I don't know if you've noticed, but you can be speaking to, your BFF, people call it your best friend, or your person that's closest to you. But you can tell when you're speaking to their family, or you can tell when you're speaking to their spouse or significant other. That can happen even with friends in any capacity. You can be in an organization and you can determine that you're speaking to people who have formed an opinion about somebody or something through someone else. And you're not really even convinced that that's what they believe. Maybe they don't even know yet, but they're quick to say, they say, or I heard, or someone that's closest to them said this. I do think that we travel with many, but I do think we're accountable to one. We are the ones that have to make the final decision. We have to be the ones that have to be accountable for our actions. We can be with the whole group, but if we're with the group and something goes awry or something's not quite right, we're still accountable by association because we chose to be a part of that. And that can happen, what I'm sharing can happen in every and any area of our life. It's not locked down to any certain topic. It could be for anything. So it's important that we know our truth. It's important that we know our why. And I think of life like a book. I've said this many times, that when you think about a book has an opening chapter and a book has a closing chapter. And we are the ones holding the pen, writing the new pages every day. Some days are not so easy to write. And so I'm very aware because I live it. I live it and I walk it. Every day is not the same. And that's why I start my day, or at least I try. My intent is to try to start my day in my devotion and getting my foundation, reminding myself what's important to me. Getting in a space where if I'm not feeling great, trying to just work through that before I take it to other people. If other people come in contact with me prior to me being in that space, I even say it. I say, listen, I'm just getting my footing. I'm finding my center, because I don't want to deliver heaviness onto someone else. And sometimes you don't always catch it, but it's important to me. And my goal is not to start my day out by making someone else's day miserable. Just me. Again, not answers. So let's all think about that topic. Before you say something, it's simple. Consider how you'd feel if someone told you the same thing. If someone told me the same thing. I'm telling you, the power of the pause is good. Even if you come back to a subject later, I don't know about you, but there's times people can say something or do something and it can take you and trigger something. And a lot of times it's not about them, but it just triggers some past moment that you had or a thought. Or maybe you didn't even know it was there, and it's attached to something else. There could be so many reasons. So when you exercise, that's a big one for me. Most of my posts say the same thing. I'm not just saying it to be repetitive. I'm saying it to make sure that we integrate ourselves. We are exercising daily gratitude. Planting seeds of gratitude is a sharing with purpose. Because from a heart that knows, when I lost my husband in 2016 in an instant, in a very traumatic way, and that story is found under Living in My Truth, I bring that. He's a foundation of what this is in terms of, this was happening prior to him. This is something I've always done as my sandbox. It's something that I enjoy. When that happened to our lives, my sons and I, it intensified. Because what I went through had a lot of emotions attached to it. Thank God for my faith. All those things were mixed in there. But out of everything, the one thing that I can look back and even say to this day is that I robbed regret. And looking at many people who have left my life, grandparents, cousins, friends, I can say the same thing. Because I intentionally did not bring confusion. If I was in a space where I wasn't in a good space, I did not deliver that to somebody else. We have to be accountable to one. We can't jump on everybody's bandwagon. We may wear the same jacket. We may have the same belief. We may go to the same church. We may belong to the same sorority. We may have the same business partners. We may walk together. That doesn't make us tied together. It doesn't mean that I don't have my truth and you don't have yours. So something to think about today for our quote. All right, guys, this is meant to be an inspirational minute. Still doing my other segments. If you haven't checked them out, be sure to do that. I have Take a Moment with Donyale. I have Live Heart Inspired Moment with Donyale. Those things are triggered to certain things that I already have here in my community. And so the Inspirational Minutes I started because I thought, you know what? I'm always sharing quotes. And sometimes it's just nice to be able to give you the meat of how it touched my life. I'm not giving you something that I'm mastering. I'm giving you something that I exercise. And I think it's important that you know that. I don't come to you as an expert. And I really believe that all of my journey will be exercising. But I do know that the more I exercise in areas, that they become a reflex. And they don't show up until I need them. I don't even know they're there. And when life triggers or a challenge comes, out of nowhere they show up. So exercising is very important. All right, this has been an Inspirational Minutes with me. And again, my name is Donyale. To learn more about me, feel free to visit helpingbuildbridgesacross.com. Get involved. Pull up your sleeves. I want to say thank you. This is a community. A community has many voices. A community means that somehow you've connected to me and you want to join in planting seeds of gratitude. And you can do that by answering my Eagle Call. That's on the website. It gives you the same resources I'm going to mention here. But every time you do something, when you are connecting here, even on this YouTube channel, this is something that's a part of what I do. And I appreciate doing it. And if it means something to you, if it's touched you in some way, any part of this community, I appreciate you subscribing. I appreciate you liking. You can pick any of these three, or commenting. Listen, I'm big on commenting, and a lot of you know that. Some of you I see all the time, every day. You're there supporting and commenting, and I enjoy that. It's called conversation in our social media way. So thank you for that. And another way to show that is by subscribing. It lets me know that what I'm giving out has some value to you, and I appreciate that. I don't take that lightly. Also, you can do that. You are also planting seeds with me when you purchase my book, which is Living Heart Inspired. If you enjoy the kind of quotes that I put out in the social media village and on my actual website, helpingbuildbridgesacross.com, this is the perfect book for you. It's filled 216 pages of color. It has words, it has images, and it's not meant to be a book that you read from chapter 1 to the end. It's designed as an inspirational journal. It's meant for you to take a thought and to reflect on that. And then to write your own notes all over the, I believe in writing on books, they're not sacred. Write on the pages, or get your little notebook to go along with it. Even better, I have people who actually have shared with me that they're doing it more like a buddy system. They're having love, they call them love conversations or life conversations. And they get together, they read the thought, they write their own thoughts, and then they get together and talk about it. And they find out ways they can maybe expand that, share that. That's what planting seeds are. It's not just taking in everything and hoarding it. It's learning something and sharing it. So that's something to consider. Also, I thank you for being a part of here, planting seeds, by even mailing greeting cards. We have an affiliate service here that I endorse because I've been using it personally since 2014. And I can honestly say it's an awesome company. Otherwise, I wouldn't have it as a part of our community. But helpingbuildbridgesacross.com is an affiliate. And the company is awesome because you can go in there and pick, just like you would do if you went into a store and wanted to pick a greeting card for a birthday or an anniversary or just thinking of you. My favorite is those kind of cards. I love unexpected anything. To mail something that wasn't expected is awesome because now you're going to your mailbox amongst your bills and things you have to do, right? And you pull out a card like, whoa, where did this come from? That's bringing a smile or love into someone's life. So check them out. The link is going to be below. Everything I'm mentioning today will be below in the notes under here for the YouTube channel, so you're able to click on it if you want to check it out a little bit closer. And I just want to also say thank you for surrounding your life with it. And you surround your life by the t-shirts, Making Gratitude Contagious. I have the mugs, Making Gratitude Contagious. I have the ones that are associated with some of the blogs that I did before. Really a cool way. If you're in an office or around people and they see your cup or mug or t-shirt, they'll say, oh my gosh, I love that. Or what is that about? And you're able to bring awareness without, having to say anything. Someone will see it and you'll make their day. So consider that. Those are all the things that many of you already have done. I can't say thank you enough, but I want everyone to know the options they have. And in closing, you're never obligated, you're never required. My heart is that you get in where you fit in. Where you fit in. Do what really is a part of you naturally. So you just do it without thinking about it because you enjoy it. It's who you are. All right, guys, that's enough. So again, this has been an Inspirational Minute with Donyale. And of course, like we opened, we're going to close with that same quote. And then I would love to hear from you. Share with me. Let me know. Comment. Let me know what you think about the same thing. What is your thoughts on it? Before you say something, before I say something, it's simple. Consider how you'd feel if someone told you, if someone told me the same thing. How would it make us feel? All right, thank you. And whatever you do, wherever you go, just remember, our mission, our foundation, our intent here is making gratitude contagious. I use that hashtag all the time. You can't own hashtags, but I do use those words all the time. Hashtag making gratitude contagious was, is, and always will be the intent. All right, guys, take care.